Let's talk sport now. And Mark Ansell's at the Speedway in the Still City tonight in what could be an historic night for Sheffield Tigers. Mark, what is going on there?
Well, it's a huge night for Speedway here in Sheffield. You can see behind me the motorbikes are ready for action, but just take a look at this, the state of the track, because it's been really heavy rain here in Sheffield this afternoon and early evening, but we're told it should still go ahead, the fixture between Sheffield Tigers and Kings Lynn. Now, it's dangerous enough, this sport. They go up to 70 miles an hour racing around this in a track. But the water, the rain just makes it that bit more dangerous. Sheffield hold a lead over Kings Lynn, so they'll be hopeful of victory. But before we get to more Speedway, let me tell you about the other sports news going on today. And Darren Gough has been appointed on a permanent basis as the managing director of Yorkshire Cricket. You'll remember that Gough was appointed on an interim basis in December last year after the fallout from the Azim Rafiq racism scandal. Yorkshire were relegated to Division 2 on the pitch of the County Championship this year. Meanwhile, former Wasps Rugby Union Chief Exec Stephen Vaughan has been appointed Yorkshire Cricket's Chief Executive Officer. Moving on to football now, and in the Championship, Sheffield United beat Bristol City away last night, and it was that man again, Iliman Ndiaye, who got the only goal of the game via a header for the Blades. That's 8 goals for the Senegalese star this season. In truth, Bristol City dominated the match, but it's goals and points that matter, and Sheffield United are up to 3rd in the Championship table. Moving on to Rugby League World Cup now, and the men's tournament is well underway. The women's got underway yesterday when England thumped Brazil at Headingley. Now it's the turn of the Wheelchair Rugby League World Cup. Many of those fixtures are taking place at the other side of Sheffield in Attercliffe at the English Institute of Sport. It's a really exciting sport, it's full of thrills, it's very, very inclusive too, and our very own Sally Hurst has been to meet some of the Yorkshire talent that make up the squad for England.
Rob Hawkins brings speed and agility to the team. This will be his first World Cup.
With being on BBC, it allows us to actually show younger people with and without disabilities that it doesn't matter what age you are, you can play in I'm going to class it as an elite competition like a Rugby League World Cup.
In this sport, teams are mixed. Men and women, disabled and non-disabled, play together. Nathan Collins switched from the running game to wheelchair as a teenager, a decision that's paying off now.
It feels really good, you know, it's always a massive honour to represent your country and, you know, to do it on home soil in front of all family and friends. It just makes it, you know, a little bit more special. I think what a good role to get started on this World Cup.
James Simpson can't wait to get started either. The Army veteran was picked as an ambassador for this World Cup long before it was delayed due to COVID and can hardly believe his moment has finally arrived.
It's huge. Like, I can't underestimate how big it is to have Wheelchair Rugby League involved in the tournament overall. You know, for me as a player and a fan of the game, I love Wheelchair Rugby League, I love Rugby League, and for us as players to now be fully included with the men and the women and get put every 61 games, every minute live on TV, live on the BBC, for me it's just a huge opportunity for people to see our great game and fall in love with it like I did 10 years ago.
10 years ago, James was rehabbing after a tour in Afghanistan and the bomb blast that led to losing both his legs. Rugby League helped him adapt to a new way of life.
Honestly, after getting injured and leaving the army, I didn't know what I wanted to do. All I wanted to be growing up was a soldier, and finding this game for a bit of fun to get out of the house has then led to me working for the World Cup as an ambassador. It's led to me playing for my country and travelling with it as well, and honestly the direction my life's gone has just been absolutely amazing. It's all just down to this game.
This team are ready to show the world what they're made of. Sally Hurst, BBC Look North, Halifax.
All of those fixtures of the Wheelchair Rugby League World Cup on the BBC Sport website if you can't get yourself to Attercliffe to watch the games at the English Institute of Sport. Let's go back to Speedway because the teams tonight, Sheffield Tigers and Kings Lynn, are up. They're just challenging each other for a trophy tonight. There's been Speedway at this stadium since 1929 and it could be a historic night if Sheffield can win it. Let's have a chat with a couple of the team from Sheffield Tigers. Simon, first of all, you're the team manager. How big a deal would it be if you win tonight?
Well, you just alluded to it there. 1929 we first started Speedway in Sheffield, so it's a big deal. We've predominantly been a second division team and we've progressed into the top flight, and it's the first chance or second chance this season of some silverware after missing out on the playoff final.
And Kyle, you're the captain here. You'll be racing tonight. Just describe what it's like racing around this track behind us at 70 miles an hour up to speeds of.
Yeah, it's obviously thrilling. It's a great feeling. Obviously, once you know what it's about, it's just an adrenaline rush, and it's one of the best to do.
There'll be about 2,000 fans cheering you on here at Overton tonight. Why do you think there's such a pull to watch this sport? Is it the noise? Is it the excitement?
I think it's a combination of everything. You know, it's motorsport in a stadium where you can take in everything. You got the starts, the corners. It's actually the fastest track in the country. So we've got generations of fans coming here that are still following us. So we know we're blessed with lots of sport in Sheffield, but Sheffield Speedway is a great one.
Great stuff. Best of luck tonight. They've got a 12-point advantage over Kings Lynn. And let me just show you the trophy, Amy. Look at this. They don't mess around here. Look at that. If Sheffield can win it, they'll take this home, and this will go down in history if they do it. Tapes up at 7:30. Kids, get in for £1. Back to you, Amy.
I'm sure Mark will be spending the night there. Mark, thank you.